Thank you very much for having us here tonight and featuring North Grove. I have two students. Do not be fooled by the red curls and the blonde hair, because if you look very close at their faces, they are twins. I have Ava and Emma McNeil, and to tell you a little bit about them, I was kidding with someone a little bit ago. They are moving on to middle school next year, but they're almost going to develop a monarchy at our school because we have three officers on our student council, and they make up 2/3 of them. Ava is our president, and Emma is our secretary. They're involved in multiple things at North Grove. They both participate in robotics, along with being on student council. Emma is also on the folk dance ensemble team. And then in addition to that, outside of school, they both play volleyball together at Mount Pleasant. Ava is also an avid basketball player. I think she's going to be in Ohio this weekend. She plays for IGB basketball on the north side and also plays for Marlin Academy, but no worries to our program. She also plays Center Grove basketball. And then learned a little bit about Emma. She is also does modeling too, so it's exciting. That's the one thing that was brand new to me when we were talking today that I didn't know about that. So I want to welcome, and also want to welcome their proud parents, Aaron and Leah, for joining us tonight. So, and I want to welcome them to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay.
Tonight, we'd like to honor a past school board member. Gene Workman of Greenwood, Indiana, passed away on April 14th, 2022, at the age of 95. He was a Center Grove Community School Board member from 1975 to 1979. His son, Jim Workman, a Center Grove graduate of 1979, said that his dad always believed in the value of a good education, and he tried his best to help CG provide that. He believes that many of the changes that occurred during his term of 1975 through 79 set Center Grove up for the successes it has today. Gene served in the U.S. Army during World War II. He was a faithful servant to his church, serving in many offices and capacities, and to his community, including his time on the school board at Center Grove Community School Corporation. His children said, "If everyone had a dad like ours, the world would be a different and much better place." So if we could have a few moments of silence for a past school board member. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jack. Next thing we're on the agenda is to adopt the agenda.
Mr. President, I move we adopt the agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any questions? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Next on the agenda is the presentation for the Johnson County Public Library.
Thank you, Mr. Hubbard. This evening, we have a representative from the Johnson County Public Library, and she'll be providing us with some information on the goings-on at the library. So thank you very much for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me. My name is Kelly Staten, and I'm the program manager for the Johnson County Public Library. All the board members should have some packets that were passed out to you. Those have our latest library program guide. The new one actually comes out tomorrow, but it's for May, so you'll be pretty current. And then we have our 2021 year in review. A lot of attention this past year was focused on the construction of the new Clark Pleasant building. It is open And we were lucky there were no delays like a lot of other places had with construction. So if you haven't been over to Whiteland to check that out, make sure that you get over there. It's a pretty fantastic building and a good resource for our community. We also have a lot of other things to be proud of. We continue to check out more than 1 million items every year. And all over Johnson County, our staff have made a difference by connecting residents with resources and learning opportunities. We held COVID-19 and flu vaccination clinics at all of our locations. We supported Leadership Johnson County with leadership book discussions. We assisted Aspire Community Matters by creating an online resource for students and parents to learn about skilled trades and high-demand jobs in Johnson County. We have a seed library available. We started that last year, and now that it's moving towards gardening season, we'll be bringing that out again. And through that, we were able to partner with Johnson County Soil and Water so residents could visit a little native seed library at our Trafalgar branch. We also partnered with the Johnson County Parks Department and all of the city and town municipal parks for the Great Parks Quest, which encouraged everybody that lived in Johnson County to visit all the parks. So we hope that as we move towards summer, that you and your students can join us in participating in our Explore Summer Learning Program. We would really like for every student at Center Grove to participate in Explore Summer, and by participating with the schools on our program, we can help stop the summer slide and keep kids learning and reading all summer long. So I'll tell you a little bit about the program. It starts May 16th and it runs through July 31st. Students can register to participate. It is completely free. We have lots of programs and learning challenges all summer long, and they can earn fun prizes just by reading and doing those. In 2021, we had almost 4,000 people participate, and as the years go on, we are hoping to increase that and hit a goal of 3 million minutes read this summer. The prizes are just a small part of the program. Like I mentioned, we're doing lots of programming. We're going to be getting a bookmobile, hopefully soon. Like everything else, those are hard to come by and not available. But we're hoping that our outreach stops will grow with our bookmobile, and we can actually go out to some of the people in your communities if they can't get to us. We'll be partnering with Aspire again, doing something called the Great Arts Quest. So everybody will be encouraged to go out and see all of our public art, including murals, sculptures, things on nature trails. Hedgehog Hannah's coming to bring 12 different animals for interactive programs at each branch. Our author series is returning in person, which I'm very excited about. We have 3 New York Times bestselling authors coming this summer. And then teens can visit Random Fandom. It's a fun cosplay geek fandom program, and we'll have lots of prizes for them there. The children's book character, the Green Crayon, is also coming, and then Sub-Zero Ice Cream will conclude our Explore Summer parties with a STEAM presentation, and then everyone gets a free ice cream. So I just want to thank you for letting me come kind of give a little year in review and talk about our program. And if you can encourage your students to sign up starting May 16th, that would really help us get towards our reading goal of 3 million minutes. So thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly.
Will we send something out on Parent Square?
We'll send out the Peach Jar.
Peach Jar, okay.
I didn't know the bookmobile was still a thing. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
that started when
Yeah,
I was in
didn't know that was
elementary.
still a thing.
Because we didn't have libraries here, so the bookmobile came in. It was the great day. which thing to say back at you.
Consent agenda items.
Public.
Well, we have no public comments
No
tonight.
public comments.
No public comments. Consent agenda items.
Mr. President, I move we accept the consent agenda as presented.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you. This evening, you just passed in the personnel report and the consent agenda item our newest principal for Center Grove Elementary, Mr. Craig Buckler. Craig, would you please stand up, please? He also has with him today his daughter Charlotte. And Craig, would you like to say anything this evening?
Just thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm very excited to start for the new school year. And it's been 22 years since I've been in Johnson County, so I'm really excited to come back to Johnson County and work in the school. So thank you so much.
Well, we're super excited to have you, and I have to say that Craig went through a grueling process that we do, about 3 different interview steps, and he did a fabulous job and comes highly recommended, and I feel really blessed that we've got you here. So thank you so much for coming and interested in Center Grove.
I don't know how you walked into a room full of 30 women and 1 male. I would have turned around and walked.
Well, Jason was there too.
Oh, yeah, well, there was 2 males.
Ouch.
There were 2 males.
I worked in an elementary building.
I guess that's.
Yeah. Same here. You get used to it.
I'm
How
not
old
used
is your
to it.
daughter?
She will be 4 in August.
I would like to thank Mrs. Counselor, Mr. Hubbard, for sitting in on those interviews. I've done that in the past, and I know that's a time commitment that falls outside of our normal
Yeah, it was
board duties,
It
but
was a
thank
great-
you.
It was a great evening, and I know that the other 3 candidates were they were wonderful, and I know that Rich's team, Jason and all them, and I know Nora was there, put a lot of effort into it, and I'm sure it was a hard decision, but once again, Greg, congratulations, and we're looking forward to having you, and you definitely have some big shoes to fill.
Yes, you
So-
do. She's sitting right
She's
next to
sitting
you.
right next to you, right?
So, do we have a commitment that we have a future Trojan here now?
We've got some strong grizzly cut tops.
I heard you were from Franklin, so I had to bring it up.
I had someone call me earlier this week and say, I'm so excited for you, but Charlotte needs to be a web spider. So, I've had friends reach out.
Well, we will encourage you to do what's best for her.
That's right.
We have our opinion, but it's yours that matters. Welcome.
Yes. Welcome. And of course, you don't have to stay for the whole meeting.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Would love
Go get a treat.
She looks like she's having fun.
Go get a treat. Yeah, go
I
get
think it's a
treat.
celebration, for sure.
Congratulations once again. Welcome to the family.
Bye-bye, Charlotte.
Okay. Action item.
Next on the agenda is action items, 7.1.
Let's see. Okay, thank you very much. This evening, I'm recommending that the board approve the 2022 and 2023 school calendar. And this evening, I believe, Bill, will you be given that? So Bill will be giving the additional information in Mr. Taylor's absence.
Thank you. Tonight, we're recommending one change to the 2022-23 school calendar. We'd like to begin the school year with a performance qualified waiver day. That would change the first day to Wednesday, August 3rd. We anticipate adding an additional waiver day in the spring semester, but we're still discussing the appropriate date for that waiver day. When we make that determination, we'll bring that recommendation back to the board for consideration. So, and also, if you'll notice, there's a new format tonight. For the first time in like 116 years. Mrs. Conrad has worked on trying to find a more readable format, and we think this one might be the winner.
I kind of like the format when I reviewed it, so.
Yeah, I do too.
It does, yeah.
And to whomever the team was, we've managed to hit the benchmarks I've always set of
I know, that's Mr. Taylor and
starting in
his
August
crew.
and being out before Memorial Day, so.
If only we can come up with something like this, the Little League does, where you put it out into a calendar where people could just save the calendar to their calendar on their phone.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Oh, that would be amazing.
So now we just need a tutorial.
She needs a video online.
Yes,
There
I'll
you
do that,
Now,
yeah.
Stacy, not that you don't have enough on your plate.
Come teach the board members, please.
And I would like to also add the new calendar also aligns with C9 and their breaks as well.
Oh, it does?
So,
Good.
That was, yes. Good.
So we need a motion.
Any other questions? Need a motion?
Mr. President, I move that we approve the 2022-2023 school calendar as presented.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes. 7.2.
Thank you. 7.2 this evening, I'm recommending that the board reject bids for miscellaneous school improvement projects, and Dr. Long will provide you with that additional information.
I know this looks very odd because 7.3 says we're going to ask you to approve bids for miscellaneous improvement projects, but we put out for bid work on Saddle Club Road down by the maintenance for an additional drive there to widen Pennington Road and improve that, and to build a soccer parking lot. We opened those bids on, we only had one bid on March 29th, and that bid was significantly over our budget. So we, after consulting with our attorney, we re-advertised the bid, and then we have more. So that's what 7.3 is. But by law, the board is required to reject any bids, especially when they come in over budget. So tonight, we're asking the board to reject the bids for the miscellaneous school improvement project.
I want to make sure I understood, because that's not how I read it.
Okay,
So 7.2 and 7.3 are related.
yes,
7.2, you're asking us to reject.
right. And then we re-advertise and
Did we break them up into different projects in 7.3? Is that why, or did you just lump them all together? How did we get better bids?
I think timing was just a little bit of it. We had several people pull the plans and then didn't get numbers from their subcontractors, and so they just decided not to bid. And then we made a conscious effort between Hunt and Crossroads Engineers of calling a lot of people and to make sure that we got some interest in this. And so we got more bids, including a bid from the first person. And
Because if I'm doing the math right, the one you're asking us to reject is about 2 million, and the ones you're asking us to agree to are about 1.35?
yeah, because they didn't bid on everything, so
Okay.
this is a little bit different.
So
than-
it's not apples to apples?
Right,
Okay.
correct.
I was going to say, if that created a savings, wonderful job.
Yeah.
Thanks for the explanation, I appreciate it, Dr. Long.
Any other questions? I need a motion.
I'll move that we reject the bids for the miscellaneous school improvement project.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
7.3.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is, I'm recommending that you accept all bids for the miscellaneous school improvement projects at Center Grove. I'm sorry. Center
These are
Grove.
actually two different projects, Dr. Arkanoff. I
Thank you.
kind of made that a little confusing.
Yeah, you did. didn't you?
Again, so,
I was gonna say, should this be two separate action items?
well,
Yeah, so that for middle school north and the release of
it's all
steel
right,
and
though,
roof.
I'll present them as all three.
Okay.
And Dr. Long will obviously provide you with additional
Thank you.
information.
So, of the said miscellaneous school improvement projects, we rebid those and opened those bids on April 19th after a thorough analysis by Crossroad Engineers and AECom Hunt and Darrell Thompson. They found Monroe LLC to be the lowest bidder for the parking lot, the soccer parking lot, the Pennington Road roundabout, and then it says the Honey Grove Reconfiguration project. That's where the parent drop-off goes back by the where Honey Grove is. So we need to reconfigure that as part of the Pennington Road improvements. We found that the bid submitted to be within the typical construction cost and recommend that the Center Grove Corporation, the board, approve those contracts as submitted. And then as part of that, we had a different, separate vendor bid for the transportation center cut in there at Saddle Club Road. The low bid was Asphalt Solutions for $384,863. They were the low bid, and they were submitted within the typical construction cost we expected. So 7.3A and 7.3B are the miscellaneous school improvement projects the same project that you rejected the bids for now I'm asking you to approve these bids. We re-advertised, this is really confusing, I'm really sorry. We re-advertised for the exact same projects, received multiple bids. These are the low bids, and we're asking the board to accept those low bids. So it's Monroe LLC and Asphalt Solutions are the two low bids for the miscellaneous school improvement projects.
So 7.3A and 7.3B are the replacement for 7.2
Yes,
that we just
yes, sir,
rejected.
exactly right.
And
Thank
then
you.
7.3C is in addition to.
It's a separate project. I
It's a
should have
separate
listed it
project.
separately,
Okay.
right?
So, don't throw anything at me. I don't know why
Sure.
this question just
Okay.
entered. Honey Grove, and we're redoing part of that as part of this bid. Is the building going to be there long enough?
It's just the access to that parking lot, the parking lot that's by the parent drop-off, by the football field, the gated access.
Oh.
So it's just to reconfigure the entrance and exit there.
Okay.
That's why it's misleading by calling it the Honey Grove drop-off.
yeah.
Got it.
It's
Okay.
really for that parking lot that's up above
That's
the
up above
student
the
activity
student,
center.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I was
No, it's a
like-
great question. I'm still confused,
Yeah,
but.
why would we do Honey Grove?
All right,
Are we still dealing with bids going to be a little higher just because they're busy? They
You know
have
what,
business?
these bids were pretty good. They came in under our estimates. So I think they were right where we needed to. And that's why we were real adamant about rejecting those first
Yeah.
bids instead of taking them and trying to find the money.
Well, we
felt
have to
they
by
were
law, don't we?
Too high, right.
Yeah.
And then you'll hear with the Middle School North early release for steel and roof, those both came in under our estimates as well, too. So it's a little bit about timing, it's a little bit about AECom Hunt and the architects kind of calling people and drumming up business, too.
is the early release due to, we expect materials to take a while still?
It's a long
Still there?
time for steel. We're finding some of the things that we need now have a 50-week lead time. So we're trying to get anything that we can get out early, as early as possible.
So I'm assuming then those that are bidding on this are responsible for storing this stuff. We're not going to have to find a home for this. right?
Well, the structural steel won't come in for a long time, so it'll come in about when we think we're going to need it at Middle School North.
Okay, so they're guaranteeing this price for us, is what
Yes,
you're saying?
yes.
Just so that we don't have a fluctuation.
Right. This gets us our place in line and gets us in the manufacturing part of this, so we'll get it when they can make it. So do you want me to cover 7.3C, just why we're at this then?
Yeah, well, I thought you just did.
Okay, I didn't know if there were any questions. We're recommending that Geiger and Peters bid for $555,000 for the structural steel, and Steve's Roofing and Sheet Metal for $203,400 for the early release roofing bid. We're recommending accepting both of those.
Any questions?
I'm out.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Long. We need a motion.
You got it?
Mr. President, I move that we accept the bids from Monroe LLC for $949,578, Asphalt Solutions for $384,863, structural steel from, is that Geiger and Peters?
Yes, sir.
For $555,000. And roofing from Steve's Roofing and Sheet Metal for $203,400.
Yes, thank you.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry for the confusion.
All good?
Now it makes sense.
Figured it out.
Next on the agenda is announcements. May 17th, we are going to have a board community tour. This is the scheduled third one. The last two, we've kind of had a low attendance. Unfortunately, the board thought it would be something we could interact with the community about. It was pretty low attendance, so to keep from wasting everyone's time, we'd like for people that are interested in that, sign up early, and if, I think we're trying to shoot for maybe 20 people out of 9,000 students. I think with, 18,000 parents, 20 people isn't asking a lot. So if we can get 20 people, we'll have it. If not, we'll probably just postpone that and then just default to Dr. Arkanoff's going back to coffee chats and things like that, just so we don't waste the board members' times and their evenings from their family to go to this, to have 1 or 2 people there that we could probably handle with phone calls. So, anyway, and then 2 days after that, on May 19th, we're gonna have a regular board meeting at 7 PM right here in this room, so.
We have a work session in May, is that correct? Begins at 2 PM?
That is correct.
Okay. On the 19th?
Yes, sorry,
Okay.
that's correct. Yeah, you will be, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
All right,
That is
any board members' comments?
Comments?
Getting back on the wagon here from recovering, and we'll begin attending the urgency meetings again. I'm sure they didn't want me in attendance at those.
Well, I'm glad everybody's here and healthy, and I'm glad we're all sitting up here again. That's a nice thing
Yes.
to see, so.
Jennifer, I'll need your help. The Alumni and Friends Hall of Fame, if you would see, what's the last date possible to get in a application? April 30th. And you can find those applications on the foundation website.
And we also have the gala.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we have tickets available, right? So everybody needs to go out and buy gala tickets. If you
That's
have not, I'll be there. Rob will be there.
I'll be there.
Jack will be there.
I will not be there.
I will be there.
Scott will be there.
More importantly, Elise will be there.
That's right. And
It's
Raina.
more fun.
So please join us.
Yes,
Anything else? Dr. Arkanoff?
I think that's it.
Okay, meeting
you.
adjourned.